Hey everybody, I'm Mark and you're watching the Garage Guy 879 channel. Here it is, the first week of May, and I'm finally back up here at the garage making videos. Now usually I wait until after dark to do that, but the weather forecast has some severe thunderstorms coming in shortly after dark. So I figure I'd get up here and get an early start while it's still daylight out here. Beautiful Appalachian Mountains of the southwestern part of Virginia. I hope everybody's doing well. This video right here is about a budget-friendly rifle I picked up. It's a Wally World special, and a lot of people, just say, "Oh, I've never bought a firearm at Wally World." Bull. A lot of us have, and some of you out there who have that won't admit to it. This right here, my friends, is the Savage Model 64. It's a plain Jane 22 plinker. Polymer stock, 21-inch barrel, buckhorn type sight here on the back, and this sight right here on the front. I don't know if it can be replaced or not. I don't think it can, but I am going to add a little bit of sight paint on here, orange, so I can see it better. You got your safety right here, of course, semi-auto, and comes in the box with the 110 round magazine right here. It's steel, and also came with owner's manual and safety lock. I got on eBay, and I got 2 more magazines here, so it gives me 30 rounds with this right here. A lot of us have our older Ruger 1022s, or older Glenfield Model 60s, or older Marlin Model 60s, a lot of older rimfire rifles, wooden stocks. And back a few years ago, we had no compunction about taking them out in the woods, getting them scratched up. But in this day and time where Marlin's no longer around, they've been bought out by Ruger, and Ruger seems to not going to be putting out any Marlin labeled rimfire rifles that only go against their 1022s. It's business, and I get that, but I wish he would bring them back out. But with that being said, with a lot of these older type rifles being harder to find, they're not going to be as much inclined to take them out in the woods and get the stock scarred up or dinged or dented or what have you. But something like this, just to get out in the woods to plink with for under $2 yeah, this right here is the answer. Now, you do also have the sling swivel studs, and this is a Butler Creek sling I bought some years back at Wally World. I went in there one day, probably 12, 15 years ago, bought a bunch of slings, a bunch of other accessories. Even bought this scope right here, this Barska. It's a 4x32 scope, mostly made for rimfire rifles. I bought several of these along with the Bushnells. And I've had this thing probably 10 years and just took it out of the box. What? A couple of days after I got this. Now, what I'm going to do with this, I'm just going to, shoot it, get it broke in a little bit. Then maybe I might put this on, or maybe I might put this on another one, something else. I don't know. But yeah, just a budget-friendly plinker. These work well, and from everything I've seen here on YouTube and people I've talked to in person that have these, they've never had any trouble. Just keep them clean, oiled, lubed, what have you. You're good to go. They've had no reason to have to mess with the magazines or anything, and you can find them, like I said, order them online. I think I might have gave maybe 17 for these each, and 17 times 2, that's 34. Hey, gives you 30 rounds right there. And believe me, it's worth that, one-time thing, because you don't have to reload every 10 rounds, because you know as well as I do, we go through 22 LR ammo quick. Doesn't matter where you're at. It just happens. It's that much fun. And something like this, yeah. Everybody needs one. They ought to have one. It's nice to have the old Marlins and Glenfields and Winchesters and Rugers and Remingtons, but with something like this around, there's really not that much need to have to drag them through the woods and, you know, out in the damp weather or whatever. This right here just fits the bill for that perfectly. And really have heard nobody have any complaints or real problems with these. There's been a few, but that's been far and few in between. You do have some stippling here on the front of the stock. Right here is the magazine release, and it's balanced pretty good. Yeah, I like this. I think the length pull on this is maybe 13 to 14 inches, something like that. These are a lot of fun. And as far as plinking or getting out here, you know, or using it as a brush gun or what have you, here you go. And it's easy on the wallet, all right? Well, like I said, we got some storms coming in. Hopefully I can get a first shots video for you here in the next couple of days, all right? Might be shooting up some of that hard seltzer Hillbilly likes. Anyway, I'm Mark, Garage Guy 879. Hope you found the video informative, and I hope to catch you people soon.